Hello and welcome to Edinburgh Watch Company. My name is Jonathan, and on today's video I'm going to talk to you about and show you a very special Rolex. This is the Rolex Deep Sea James Cameron. Now you can find out more about this watch by visiting our website at edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk, and there you'll find photographs and pricing and technical specification. Of course, if there's anything else, then just please get in touch with me directly. So the Rolex Deep Sea, as a model, this watch needs no introduction. Brought out by Rolex as being their sort of king of dive watches, I think around about 2008, and is still a model that is current today. The James Cameron, however, known as the Deep Blue, came out I think around about 2013, and it was a watch that was made and is still made by Rolex to celebrate the film Deep Blue that was produced by James Cameron. And it really is the most beautiful looking watch, as we'll see as we get closer to the watch, that sort of gradient of colour as you see when you look down through the sea, which is obviously beautiful and blue, and as you go deeper and deeper and deeper it becomes black, and that's what Rolex have done so well on the dial. And the writing goes from the regular sort of white writing to green writing for Deep Sea. So the Sea Dweller Deep Sea itself, so what's the difference? Well, first of all, the most traditional Rolex sports watch we have is the Submariner, which will take you down to 1,000 foot. If you then move on to the Sea Dweller, that will take you down to 4,000 foot. If you go for the Deep Sea, well, you can go all the way down to 12,800 foot. Now I guess not many of you are going to do that, but at least you know it can be done. So how have they done that? Well, of course, with a lot of thought and a lot of testing. The watch is a bigger watch. So the regular Sea Dweller is like 40mm, the new one is 43mm, the 50th anniversary. The Submariner, of course, is 40mm. The Deep Sea is, however, 44mm, so a little bit bigger, but it's also a lot thicker. So that's just something to be aware of if you're considering one of these. This is quite a big and chunky watch, and we've got lots of customers wearing them, but just to make you aware, it's a little bit bigger to wear than perhaps a Submariner would be. So how do they do it? Well, the case is much thicker, the glass is significantly thicker. I remember seeing one of the glasses that came out of a Deep Sea, and it's probably 2 or 3 times the thickness of a regular Submariner glass. It has a special spring mechanism, again, within the watch to absorb the pressure. Of course, it has a Helium escape valve, which is automatic. It will let the pressure out of the watch as you're rising back up to the surface. It has a titanium case back. It's really quite technical, and I remember wearing one of these on holiday with a bit of time to spare, just looking at the watch, and I guess really appreciating all the angles and all the thought that have gone into this watch. You can look at it from many angles and just really enjoy it. That's the watch itself. Of course, it's got the latest ceramic bezel on it, it has the most gorgeous dial, it's an automatic chronometer, and it's fitted to the glide lock bracelet. Now the glide lock bracelet, which we'll see later, it's the kind of king of the glide lock bracelets. The Submariner and the Sea Dweller have a slightly scaled down functionality. They do what they need to do, but this one is beautifully engineered. So this particular watch we've got is a February 2016 watch. I bought it directly from its original owner. It has just everything you'd want. So you have the outer box here, this lovely and slightly larger green wave box. You have the instruction manual, you have the Rolex warranty card. Now they've got the Rolex International warranty that will take you up to February 2021. And you've also got here the little green chronometer tag as well. So just everything, so important if you're thinking about buying one of these. Really recommend you try to get one of those boxes and papers. It gives you the confidence to know what you've got, and also if you're thinking about selling it, either back to us, to another dealer, to a private individual, they know it's the real McCoy and it makes a difference. So let's have a look at the watch itself. So starting from the top, the bezel here is made in 904L grade stainless steel, so this is all made by Rolex in-house, but inside the bezel here it's ceramic. So the older Rolexes were aluminium. They moved to ceramic because it's a bit more durable, doesn't show the scratches so easily, doesn't show the dents so easily. If you dropped it on concrete, yes, you'd probably fracture it, but you'd be really unlucky, but in essence it's much stronger. Now, of course, being a diving watch, for those with oxygen tanks on the back, they're going to want to know how much oxygen they've got left in the tank, and before doing that, they can just turn this bezel here and just set it to work out the exact amount of time left. The hour markers here are really, really luminous as well. You get a lovely blue lume that comes off that, and likewise that also applies to the hands as well, so really, really easy to read. If you see closely there, I'll just change the angle very slightly there. You can see this beautiful blue going into the black gradient there, and then that deep sea writing against there. Not sure how well the camera will pick it up here, but there's almost a slight domed effect there as well. And then we go back inside here, you can see the original gas exchange valve there, the ring lock there, that's all sort of engraved on the inside. Although it's quite hard to see, it's actually got a rehort dial as well, so you can see the serial number on it. This gives you an idea here of size, so that gives you an idea of thickness. And in fact, let me just do one thing for you now. I'll show you a Daytona, which is 40 mil, and just to give you a bit of a comparison there, if I put one beside the other, you can just see here it's a little bit thicker on the wrist. So the side of the case here, it's in its polished effect there. As we go around to this side again, it's polished there too, and you've got really big and strong case lugs as well. The crown here with the Rolex logo on it, that screws into the watch there to ensure that it's watertight. And then the bracelet is in a what we call a brushed, satinized look to it here. On the side there, it's actually polished as well, so it's a beautiful bracelet. It's what we call the Oyster bracelet there, really, really strong, durable bracelet. And here it joins the deployment clasp there as well. You can see there with the Rolex logo on it. In order to open it here, we pull back the safety clasp there. But before I take it off, I'll show you, this is really, really cool. If I just lift here, the camera can probably let you see the teeth there. And what that allows me to do here, without even taking it off my wrist, is I can slide the bracelet here, which is absolutely fantastic. And once I've got it set, just push it back down again, and I close it here. To open it, we just pull the safety clasp back, and that reveals this solid deployment steel clasp there. You've also got here, this little bit here is actually your diver's extension link there as well. So if you're wearing a wetsuit, you just pull this here and this all opens up. If you're not going to be doing a lot of diving, I'd probably recommend we take that bit off you, because you don't need it, and it looks a bit nicer, I think, when it's all tucked away without that bit in it, but that's a choice for you. Looking at the back there, you can see the titanium case back there, and it talks to you about it going down to 12,800 foot or 3,900 meters, and Rolex Sea Dweller Deep Sea engraved on the back. Let me show you what it looks like on my wrist there. And I've got like an 8-inch wrist, so it just gives you a bit of perspective there. Again, it's definitely a big watch, but again, it's fitted well, it's really good. We've also fitted quite a lot of the rubber B straps to them as well, which again, it gives it a slightly different look to it. You can see there the helium escape valve there on the side. So that's our Rolex Deep Sea. This is the first one we've actually had for, I think, about 4 months now, and they've always proved to be really popular sellers. I think they're just a fantastic watch. A little bit more expensive, of course, you'd pay for a black one. And also, this watch is discontinued now. So in 2018 at Bâle, Rolex brought out a change to the Deep Sea. They slightly reprofiled the case, they changed the bracelet, they put the new movement in it as well. And they're still calling it the Deep Blue, but this is the original Deep Blue. This is the James Cameron one. So if you're looking for perhaps a collector's piece, then it's maybe a better investment going forward, but that's only a view. Some would rather have the new movement, the new case, the new bracelet. Others would want the original one. Anyhow, that's the one we've got. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I absolutely love this watch. I'm sure you would too if you're looking for something a bit special. Now you can see more of our videos just by clicking here, and that'll subscribe you to our YouTube channel. But thanks for joining. Bye bye.